Now look what he says. You put off everything that's corrupt, everything that's nauseating to God. But now he says in verse 11, put on therefore as the elect of God, holy. We're to be a holy people. The accent of most churches today is happiness, not holiness. Be happy. Oh, let's keep them happy. Don't let's offend them. God help you at the judgment seat, preachers. Boy, I've got my gun loaded on those preachers in this next book. In fact, if it's as hot as I feel, I'll have to write it on asbestos. But why not? The hour is late. There's not much time left. I'm like dear brother Dale here. I'm longing to see some men preach a hellfire sermon. You can say what you like about juggling about terms of Hades and all the other things. Every great revival has been on the King James Version of the Bible, and the other thing, every great evangelist has been a hellfire preacher. What have the humanists done? What have the liberals done? Have they gone out and turned the world upside down? Do they get in boats and go up the Amazon without guns and meet the natives? Of course they don't. But he says God is looking for a people. They're the elect of God. Do you know what one translator gives out from the Greek? They are the picked representatives. Isn't that good? I'm sure nobody would have picked me, but the Lord did. You are God's picked representative in this world. He chose you to be holy and blameless, to be full of love in a world full of hatred, to be full of humility in a world full of pride, with a heart set on things above. Things. Read it. Over 200 times Paul uses that word things. We don't sing it much. We used to sing that chorus, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this earth will look strangely dim. Let me tell you what I've said to you before. When you get to the judgment, look back at the time you spend in your money gathering things and doing things. The things of earth will look strangely grim. Yes, verse 13 of chapter 3 says, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. Again, I remind you, he's forgetting the things which are behind. What were they? They weren't all failure. He'd been to heaven for a vacation. He'd raised the dead. He'd cast out demons. He has the best track record of any man that ever lived outside of Jesus. But it says, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth to those things which are before, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling. Not the high calling, the prize of the high calling.